The time has finally come where we begin to say our goodbyes to this amazing shop that has housed us for 5 years. I've been here when I was a business, I've been here when I didn't live here, and now we are here as Elevated Fabworks, an amazing YouTube channel, and it's been so awesome to be here. But the time has come. We are building a shop from scratch with our own two hands. Yay! And it's gonna be absolutely awesome. The piece of property is so amazing, and we are so excited to share this with you guys. So let's hop in the Land Cruiser, head over to the property, and show you guys around. Welcome to our abandoned farmhouse. So yeah, we did this. It's really, really cool that we were able to buy something of our own that isn't just the shop. We have windows from the 40s, shutters on the ground. Let's start at the front of the house. Welcome to our new home. No, not actually, but yes, kind of actually. So I figured no better place to start than the front gate. This is our front gate. It's pretty awesome. It's green.
Sturdy.
In the front entry, we have these awesome trees that provide awesome shade all summer, which is really cool. And then we have some, what used to be probably rose bushes. They're all dead now. In the front yard, there is a massive 80-foot ponderosa pine, which is pretty cool. And then of course we have the abandoned farmhouse. So we will walk around this whole thing in a minute, kind of show you around the property first, and then we'll get to the farmhouse. The part I am most excited to show you guys is obviously the new location for the shop, which is gonna be so awesome. So one really cool thing about this property is it might be on the smaller side, but it feels massive. So if you see behind me, and all that empty land is just that, empty land. It's owned by some bigwig developer who's never gonna do anything with it, which makes me so happy. Like, the dogs can just roam for literally, there's like 18 acres out here that they can just roam around on, which is so cool.
They're over there roaming right now?
Yeah, they're over there just doing their things. And then coming here, you have this side of the house. It looks like this was an addition to the original house structure. You can tell mainly by the way it is, but there's a big crack here.
This is like
you can
the
stucco.
Yeah, and then over here is brick.
Yeah, so this is a brick addition. This is all wood framed. There's like absolutely no foundation under this house. It's kind of crazy. You can nearly see inside of it. But yeah, there's no foundation under this house. It's rough to say the least. One of my favorite things about this house are these super old like screens. I don't know. If we don't end up saving much from the house, I want to save the original windows because they're so cool. They were definitely built in like 1940, and I think it shows the craftsmanship back then was really good. If you didn't know this, I was a framer, carpenter for about 8 years, so I kind of nerd out about wood, old wood, stuff like that. I actually had a piece of wood from a house that I built. Long story short, I built the highest elevation house, like residence, in the continental United States of America. It was at 13,050 feet roughly in Silverton, Colorado. And I got this piece of mahogany that was used on a ship in Europe. Dude slipped on a ship and died. All the mahogany was sent over to America. It had a crazy story. It was from like the 1800s. Anyway, I still have some of that wood because wood's really cool to me as a carpenter. But anyway, coming around to the back of the house, we have back of house stuff. This is a really small house. It's probably roughly 35 feet by 30 feet.
This
I would say. It's a small house, but it's a cool house. It has character. You can see right there, that's a license plate that they use as a siding. We'll have to get up there and check that out.
The siding is wood.
Yeah, so this part of the house is also falling apart. We have what looks like foundation. Yeah, that's literally just turning to dust. The fascia is just falling off.
Lots of beehives up there, dang.
Yeah, it's looking very, very rough back here. Right here is the future garden for Mrs. McKelvey.
This is my area, all right? He gets his shop over there. This is gonna be mine.
This is her future garden. It's really cool. We have this massive shade tree here, which is really cool for just hanging out over here in the future. And then we have this grove. We have some ponderosa pines. So these are all plum trees, these small ones here.
Which is cool. You can walk in it as
and
well.
then it's a really cool possible hanging area, or you know, just whatever. It's gonna be where she can nerd out and do girl things.
Look, there's a plum.
Oh, you found a plum?
It's a baby plum.
So over here is where her garden is likely gonna be. She's very excited because this property is agriculturally zoned, which means it came with a really, really cool feature.
Yeah.
And that feature is basically unlimited growing water.
Irrigation.
We have irrigation rights, so we get to grow fruits, veggies, all the things. We just crossed through the gate into the front yard for the house. And this was probably hustling and bustling at one point. The backstory on this property is the 20 acres used to be an apple orchard. I'm not sure what years or how long, but I'm pretty sure it was quite a while because it takes a long time to grow an apple tree. The only 4 trees left on the 20 acres that used to be an apple orchard are these 4 apple trees. I don't know if I said 4 apple trees or 4 trees, but 4 apple trees. And they are in the yard of the house right here. It's really cool. These are green apples and they're sweet. These ones are like green and red. They're also sweet. 2 trees down, at the end, those are orange. Also sweet. The one closer, red, sweet again. So there's 4 different kind of apples and they're all sweet. They're all really delicious. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of live trees and life to the property in an otherwise deserty New Mexico. One of my wife's favorite things is this lilac bush. It's huge.
I hope it comes back to life. I mean, we need help. We don't know what to do with all these trees.
Yeah, if anyone knows how to prune a apple tree, let us know.
Look at all the new growth on this tree, but there's so much death in it as well.
So the top's kind of dying, but the bottom's kind of alive, so we're not sure what to do here. Any advice is appreciated.
Help me, help.
We also have a really cool thing on this fence, which are grapevines. How cool is that? I don't see any grapes currently, but I know that these do grow grapes and it's a very lively situation here, which is really cool. Moving on to the house portion. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with this. It is very old looking. It is very run down.
Come on, babe. We can just, you know, look, you wanna go right in? I mean.
So let's take a little tour of the house. This is the front entry. It is absolutely run down. There's stucco on the ground.
You think it's run down? Are you sure?
Ooh,
what if I fell in?
The foundation to this entryway is non-existent. The front door, well, it's obviously been updated at one point. Oh man.
What if we just got attacked?
Is this? All right, it's locked, so we'll have to explore that next time. It is extremely old, extremely spiderwebby, and extremely run down. And then one of my personal favorite things about this house are these old windows. They're really cool. They just look cool. They're nothing special, but it would be cool to pull the windows themselves, use them in maybe a greenhouse.
Yes,
or something.
I agree with that.
Just kind of keeping that. If we do, you know, keep the house, obviously we want new windows. If we don't keep the house, well, we'll save those windows. One of the coolest things about this property, in my opinion, is this. Our pond. Every day, most days, the neighbors water their crops. When they do that, all the excess irrigation comes down here through this property, under this culvert, and through what is like a swamp on the property. So squatters did was they redirected the swamp into this little pool here, this little tide pool, then that tide pool, and then down this little to the pond over there. We'll probably improve it and make it look nicer. It just looks like trashy. There's trash everywhere. The property needs a lot of cleanup.
Yeah.
But what the property also needs is a massive shop. And that is what goes on this side of the property. So I present to you the new location for the Elevated Fabworks shop. And it is right here. So you probably cannot tell because it's so overgrown. But right here, starting right about there to there, and then 60 feet that way is where the shop will go.
It's exciting. It doesn't look like anything right now. There's a lot of weeds that are taller than me, but
as we walk over here, you can kind of see we got this really cool big tree. It'll give a bunch of shade. The other tree in between the swamp. Where we are standing right about now is going to be the corner of the shop. So it's going to go about 60 feet that way and about 32 feet that way. We are going to have fab station. We're gonna have a lift. We're gonna have a really cool house. It's gonna be 2 stories, the part we live in. The ceilings are gonna be huge. It's gonna be well lit. It is gonna be everything I've ever wanted in a shop. It's gonna have natural lighting. It's gonna have huge ceilings. It's gonna have plenty of storage. Everything I've ever wanted, we are going to build into this shop, and I am so excited. Well, you can't probably tell from over there, but you will now, is how overgrown this property is. So we're now in the thick of the weeds, and they are literally taller than us. So we have a ton of maintenance to do on this property. We have cattails that are higher than it. Like this weed, I'm looking up at it, probably 1.5 feet. So dang. You got lost in the weeds, babe.
I did. Seriously, look at this. Look how big these cattails are.
Yeah, these cattails are huge. This isn't something we see a lot of the time. We're here in the desert, so excuse us while we nerd out on cattails. So obviously in building a shop, there's a ton of planning that goes into this. We are actually going to be drawing up our own plans, which is really cool. You can do that in New Mexico. We'll have to get them signed off on, but I am personally going to be designing everything in this shop. So it'll be really cool to take you guys along with that and show you the processes and how hard or easy it is to do this all yourself. We have literally weeded through. First things first, we obviously have a ton of cleanup. So it'll be a ton of going to the dump. We're gonna have to rent like a brush hog or something, because I have no clue how we're gonna, a normal lawnmower is not gonna mow through that.
Even a drag.
Yeah, I mean, we need like a skid steer to like tear it all up. So there's a lot that is gonna be going in the planning, and we'll update on you guys on that as soon as we start. We're building it from scratch. We're building it ourselves, and we're building it exactly like I want to build it. This is my dream shop, and it's also actually gonna be our dream home. Maybe not our perfectly dream home, but this is gonna be the sickest barndominium we have ever seen. So this is gonna be the eastern corner of the property. Do have neighbors across the street, but we have a trash fence because that's like a whole long story. This property was inhabited until about like 2005, like 20 years ago. And then it was abandoned. No one lived here until last year, or this year, when the squatters moved in. It's a long story.
Very long story.
But we ended up taking them to court, getting them evicted, all the things, going through the necessary things, because you can't just kick people out, apparently. We learned all sorts of laws. Yeah. And all sorts of stuff. But anyway, trash fence over there, a bunch of like wood from a tree that was cut down like 20 years ago. I know the story on the tree. The previous owner, Mr. Horvath, told me a bunch about this property, which is really cool. I'll share the history with you guys. Maybe we can sit him down for an interview. He cut down the tree. It's just kind of sat here for the last like 30 years. That's the story on that. So it's really cool to just be able to combine the shop with our home for a few reasons. One, the dogs are obviously gonna love it here, and what am I doing if I'm not pleasing my dogs?
Oh, yes.
For 2, we are also going to have the ability to just take stuff out for a spin in the hundreds of thousands of BLM acres that we have available to us just a mile down the road, which is really, really cool. Finally, we're gonna be able to like make a home out of the shop, which is kind of weird. Some might not understand it. It is a crucial thing for us to enjoy where we are at for the 10 to 12 to 14 hours a day. And right now the shop just isn't exactly what we need. The dogs aren't stoked on it. Jenna doesn't have a garden at the shop.
There's no windows in our shop.
There's not enough windows. There's a lot of things that I'd love to improve on that we just doesn't make sense because of the location. So having this land here, the 1.5 acres, having the irrigation rights, being able to do the garden and all the other things, it's just gonna be really cool. And you're gonna get to see a little more of that on the channel rather than just building stuff in the shop, which I think will be cool. I'd love to show you guys around the house, the inside, but we're gonna get to that another day. But what we can show you is this crappy shed. This shed was probably built in 1940 when the house was built, and let me tell you, it shows it. It is falling apart. It's got a few different rooms here. In this room, It's pretty empty, except for a whole bunch of wood back here.
Oh, be careful.
Yeah, it's pretty jank in here.
It smells so bad.
Yeah, this smells like farm animals too. So it would be cool to possibly use some of this wood for like a door or something, maybe another shed. I don't know. I'm all about repurposing cool old stuff, but I'm not sure that any of this is worth repurposing. The roof has completely caved in.
Yeah.
This just needs torn down. We're just gonna probably run into this with a Land Cruiser and
It's so fun to watch. Right? Those Land Cruisers, too pretty.
but it does look pretty cool. Like honestly, this door is just, let's see, the old school latch. Can I even get it?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna make the whole wall fall down.
Ah. Oh. All right, we got the latch.
Definitely keep things out now.
Yeah, no one's gonna get in that at
No
all.
way.
No one's gonna get right in there. I am so excited about this project. It is gonna be one of the coolest things I think we've ever done. So, you guys are into this? You wanna watch us build a house? Click the like button.
Click subscribe.
It is free to subscribe if you did not know that. It is super free to just click the subscribe button. Help us out by following us on this journey. And if you want to go a step further, we have merch on the store, efwfab.com. It's pretty cool. We're about to restock some things. And then we also have a Patreon if you want to go that far. But other than that, I think it's time we start cleaning this place up and getting ready to pour a foundation. So first step for the shop build, I am drawing up the plans myself. So I need to get those drawn up and approved. The dogs are really into this today, aren't they? We need to get the plans drawn up and approved. We need to then start on the foundation. So I'm gonna rent a skid steer, borrow my brother's mini excavator, and we're gonna dig a foundation. It's gonna be crazy. And then obviously pour it, start the framing, all the other stuff, electrical, plumbing, HVAC. The dogs are so freaking excited. They just cannot even stay out of the shot. They never want to hang out with us.
Never.
Now that
They're
we're filming,
they're
like,
so excited. They're outside though, see dirt, not concrete.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's it. Build a house over there. It also is my massive dream shop. It's gonna be really cool.
Dream shop.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Till next time, we'll see you later.